Hey, hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss uh, two of the most widely used functions or methods of a list. Okay, so in our previous video, we are already done with the map, okay, the for each, and I think that's it. Okay, so we're done with the for each. Then we have the reduce, by the way, that is going to get the total. In our example, we have the balance, and then we have the map in which it is going to uh, return an array, and in our example, we used it to display the content of our list into a table. Okay, so how about if ever I would like to sort, okay, either according to name or to balance. Okay, so here is the sort method. Okay, sort method sorts the elements of an array in place and returns the reference to the same array now sorted. Okay, so we have here the syntax. Now, so since it is going to return reference, okay, take note, reference the same array, meaning it is going to create another array, okay, but it is now sorted. That is why in my example here, if ever we're going to follow our code in our previous video, for example here, okay, so in our add to list, we have here set my list, then the new item inputted by the user. Okay, so in our case, so we what are we going to do since it is going to return a reference to that array, or it is going to create another array, so therefore we are going to create first an array. Okay, and the newly inputted values would be added into the array and the previous value of the array. It's not actually students list, it is my list. We call it my list. Okay, so you can see it is my list. Okay, so take note, I have not set to my list yet, okay, the newly added record, but I have added into a new array. I name it sorted list. Okay, because as I've said, we are going to sort our array. Okay, then after we could sort our array either by name or by balance, then that's the time that we are going to set my list, and we're going to set the content of the my list into the newly sorted list. Okay, so first is we're going to sort it by name. So how are we going to sort it by name? By using the sort method. Then we have here the syntax A, B, meaning the A and B are actually the adjacent records into our, or element into our list. How it is going to compare, or how it is going to sort? It is going to sort by using now the local compare method of a string. Take note, this is a string method that is going to compare a.name, okay, a meaning the first element, compared it with b.name, meaning the second element. Okay, and if ever the result is negative, so meaning b negative, oh no, a is greater than b, so therefore it is going to reverse. Okay, so b should come first before a, but if ever it is positive, wait, I think it is the other way around. Okay, so if ever negative, okay, so this is less than correct. It should be same arrangement. But if ever positive, then meaning b is less than a. So therefore, it is going to reverse. Okay, that's what local compare is going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy, like now. So this one here, instead that I'm going to have the my list here, I'm going to add it directly or set it to my list, I'm going to create a new list named sorted list. Okay? Because the next thing that I'm going to do then is I'm going to sort by name. Okay? So we have sorted list dot sort. Then we're going to use the compare or local compare. Okay, so I'm here a dot name dot local compare, then b dot name. Okay, then the newly added, by the way, the newly added item into the list will also be included into our sorted list. Okay. Why am I having an error here? Okay. Let's try. So save. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, I'm just going to refresh. Okay, MRL, so I'm going to have RM, okay, class, okay, and 1000. Okay, as I'm going to click and add to list, I have an error. I think balance is not defined. Hey. Stud name and stud balance. Okay. We have stud name and stud balance. So stud name. Okay, save. Let's try again. Colas, then click. Oh. What's the error? Oh no, I should haven't changed this on here, because as you could see, we have the name, okay, name and balance. The stud name and the stud balance here is actually for the value of here, okay, for our inputs, okay. But for the list, it's still we have the name. Okay, save. Okay, again, colas, click. So we have there, they are now arranged alphabetically. Okay, so now I'm going to add okay, letter N. Nanay 1000. So Nanay should be in between Macius and Razi. Okay, add. So we have there Nanay in between Macius and Razi. Okay, so that's how I'm going to sort it by name. So how about if ever I'm going to sort it by balance? Okay, so as you can see here in our reference, we have still the same, the A and B, meaning the adjacent elements, then again A minus B. Okay, so again, if ever the result is negative, so meaning A is less than B, so therefore the arrangement would be as is. But if ever it is positive, so therefore B is less than or B should come first before A. So that is why it is going to reverse. Okay, how it is going to do it? That's not the problem of JavaScript. Okay, so it is going to go through each of the elements of the array. Okay, that's internal now to JavaScript. Okay, so I'm just going to have sorted by balance. So we have sorted list dot sort, then okay, A dot balance minus B dot balance. I think that's it. So save. Okay, so it should arrange now. Okay, I'm going to add one more. So I'm going to have Rafi. Then 1,400. So click. So as you can see, it is now arranged according to the balance. Okay. So that's how are we going to sort the content of a list. If ever you're going to sort it through the name or a string, we're going to use local compare. Then if ever it is numerics, you're just going to use just use minus. Okay, just subtract the adjacent elements. Okay, so that's how are we going to sort. Then we have the filter. Creates a copy of a portion of a given array, filtered down to just the elements from the given array that pass the test implemented by the provided function. So filter, so meaning if ever, for example, in our example here, I want to display only all elements greater than 2000. So therefore, only lanai until macus will be displayed. Okay? So our condition there is balance should be greater than 2000. Okay? So that is now the test. It is mentioning here that only the elements that will pass the test will be returned to the new array. Okay? So we have here again same actually with our procedure in our sort. Okay, so we have here first we are going to add the newly added record because I'm just going to use my example, same example. Okay, I'm going to add then filter. Okay, so I'm going to add it to the filtered list. Then this is now the syntax of the filter. Okay, so we have here filtered. I'm just going to call it filtered list. Okay. Okay, filtered list. That filter, then a student. This is now the object that is going to hold each element on the array. Okay, and then each of the elements, it is going to return only those elements that passes this condition, okay, or the test. This is now the test, okay, implemented by this is the function. Okay, so if ever I'm going to make this one 2000, so therefore it is going to test each of the elements here. Okay, this is false, false, false. So therefore, colas up to Rafi, this will not be returned as part of the new array, the filtered list here. Okay, then as it tests lanai, so it is going to have 3000 is greater than 2000, so the 3 here will be true, so therefore only the 3 items here will be returned, and subsequently it is going to be displayed on our page. Okay, so okay, I'm just going to have them. Okay, I'm just going to use let. Okay, filtered list, because I'm going to assign later on a new value for the list. Okay, So I'm just going to copy, because what I am doing here is I am adding now the new value. We have here the new value and the previous value of the my list into the filtered list. Then filtered list is equal to filtered list dot filter. Okay, so we are now going to filter first. I'm just going to call it student. Okay, then the function. Okay, it is going to return student that balance must be greater than 2000. Okay, then after that we are going to set my list to the filtered list. Okay, save. Okay, I'm going to add another name. Sorry, the same. Just going to add Anna. Then 2000. 2001. Okay. Then click. So as you could see, only these values here are displayed or returned. It is because only the it's 4 items passed the test. What is our test? It should be greater than 2000. Take note, it is not sorted by any means. It is because we have not sorted it. Okay, so you could add you could sort it after here if you want to. Okay, so this might be the best application for the filter, but I'm just showing you how are we going to filter our records. Okay, actually you could use and, you could use or in your condition here, because take note, this is a condition. Okay, or logic. This one here now is comparison operator, so you could use and if you have another condition. Okay, so I guess by the way, we still have a lot of functions, okay, or method for the list. But again, as I've said, this would be the functions that we'll be using in our next exercises. So that is why I have only discussed with you how are we going to implement filter and sort. We also have that push meaning it is going to add item to the list. Although what we did here is we did not push, but we used the use state function of React to add something on my list. Okay, so that's all for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.